So this is the World Cup, and then we have about three or four countries that you feel is more the right or the finest method that we can talk about. One, we will talk about Spain, Portugal, Argentina, and then France and
Uruguay, Brazil.
And then Brazil.
Yeah.
Now I want to bring in England.
Okay, yeah. I think for me, I wanted to take Uruguay out and put in England.
No, looking at
Hey,
that midfield,
okay,
you can't do away with them.
but Taliban Ugarte
You can't do away with them.
No.
Though you got
You
it
may-
at,
you may- you
at
may- you may-
United, yeah, who know, but in the Uruguayan shirt,
Or you're stronger.
or a
So-
different
so-
person altogether.
So let's say we'll have like 7 teams if we should bring in
England.
England. So we have Spain, Portugal, Argentina,
Correct.
France, Uruguay, and then Brazil. I know our viewers will have their own.
If somebody may even have a different view
different-
out of this.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we
their
Leave them
opinion.
in there.
yeah, so we'll be wanting to see your view on the comment section.
Personally,
Okay.
I'll go in for the Portugal trio.
Okay.
Looking at Argentina, Bruno Fernandes, and then João Neves.
Okay.
For some time now, the Prime Minister we actually am football. How are you born? Thank God for me and experience wise they are there.
They are there, sure.
Spain in your bad. Pedri, Rodri, Fabian Ruiz, or more, they have the experience. But looking at Sankro for me, the Portugal, Vitinha, Bruno Fernandes, and João Neves, in their respective clubs or mobile. When it comes to the European soil, how they have achieved those glories about creativity, about the 1v1 situation, said defensive midfielder, any one ball, yen set it forward, yen make key passes, yen create chances for my attackers. These three, Oshe teams never winning and our players never experience. Obi abetumi ayɛ dɛ adwuma wei baayɛba yɛ create chances paa
Yes, I'm sure they.
yɛnsan so nhyɛ a ɛyɛ ho amoa ɛyɛ saa Bruno Fernandes ne João Neves yi na ɛba on board nti ebetumi abɔ bɔɔl awie na Vitinha nko ara abɔ bɔɔl no koraa akyɛn opponent na ɔmo ne na ɛbɔ bɔɔl ɔno nko ara aka bɔɔl akyɛn opponent
Sure.
ɛba si hold the player Vitinha is there Bruno Fernandes is there. And when we are going for a quick transition, Bruno Fernandes same is there. Look at the passes. I thought that we are willing to say, in Buemo, Faha, Shasku Namha, willing to say, oh, Shasku near the ball, man. But I bet you, and then Buemo no say. This is the player, or better ball, was kind of pitch now. And today, we are may have Bruno Fernandes, either Javi or Iniesta, Dina Bameni. Because I'm saying I'm born in Bano. No one can even say David Viada. Born in Brown, no one who said there be. As soon as you ran it, my men for man. And these are the creative people I know. It's Bruno Fernandes by any fluke. Oko Premier League statistics.
Yeah.
For time or by a business, say you can't or my creative chances at the end of the season. There be a Bruno is part of the first three. KDB, Bruno. Just say, Onya attackers will be to convert most of the chances
now
creating. And you won't shut down who know a picture in ye. But see, if you be to create chance for my João Neves, João Felix, Ronaldo, and
Silva, Monet.
Asegua. Bruno Fernandes is there.
Okay.
And you will be able to control game. I'm a Portugal. All detect the tempo of the game. Say in speedy. Say in slow down. Vitinha is there. Vitinha any hard tackles in the but you have Bruno Fernandes who waiting to retract back a tackles amount. You have João Neves or also some who will be blue at the ball. A back key passes also waiting the amount. Shooting from all angles. These three men no bet me I say man amount. So obviously Brazil the Casemiro ne ho amount peba. But yeah, technically,
We are very good and gifted there. So
and then experience-wise,
okay.
then
So
it's going to
aside
be
Omo,
Portugal.
second pick by one, a quick one.
my second pick, I'll go in for Spain
Spain.
because they have
A little or similar
That is it.
play with
Consistency
Portugal.
as well.
That is good one from senior mind.
Listening to Sir Ken, now me share the Brazilian midfield pair. The names are shown on the screen now. Casemiro has shown the world the other side of himself, and I've always said that. Personally, I love the Casemiro at Manchester United more than the Casemiro at Real Madrid.
At Real Madrid. Okay.
At Real Madrid, maybe because he had two ballers by his side. Therefore, he had little work to do. Retrieve the ball and dash it to down them. But at Manchester United, that is where I would say he showed true leadership. He brought the other side of his game. And say, Casemiro nso timi carry ball. The vision here, or good passing, and other attributes are who Madrid. And some way somehow, mitimi didn't to Bruno Hokakra. Though I know Bruno is a master class. Or non bono or yeah player coach, as I call him now, because at Manchester United, the home games are afraid we don't watch them. And the moment the person pays attention to the watch go.
Okay.
We move for her. Like you shoot, and then he'll be going to every player.
Bruno.
So the IQ, no, yeah, above many. But another one is that Guamarash guy. Okay, no, so it will be very unfair. Maybe I wouldn't say people we were underestimating that midfield, but clearly, almost war.
They are there, but they are defensive type.
Okay.
All defensive.
Like I said, Guamarash can also give you a bit
technically
of attack.
You get it? Technically,
okay.
They lack those things.
So what
now let me go to the Portugal.
So your first pick is
let me. Now, what I see about that midfield is that in Vitinha and Joao Neves, I see a Luka Modric and a Toni Kroos. Why? Because give Joao Neves role to Vitinha and he can do it. But Vitinha role is command Joao. And that was how those two players back at Madrid, no more here. At a point, you cannot tell, say, Weibo Rube. Who do you call her? Obeyama. Who do you call her?
It's a defensive work.
Okay. And maybe the I can agree with Ken that I think in all the options, when it comes to experience, there, one day I can doubt it a bit because
Spain has that.
Spain now, a players, a midfield now, they have had that consistency and experience now, a chain way mono. But no all round there. Because even in the European way, in terms of Champions League and even in domestic cups near the end, near Kikambom near Joao Neves ni Vitinha no. O match 3 years no. Some way somehow you see a shot of it in the Spain midfield. At least after Rodri Bar or before Beje Ballon d'Or, no, you won't be. Okay, some even that Ballon d'Or for some of us, you have a reservation. Okay. And Pedri is there. Okay, at the point they were comparing him to Bruno Fernandes. I'll still side with Ken that I think that the Portugal one still is above them. Even in the England here, they are both mono. They project Declan Rice, Bellingham and Elliot Henderson. But I feel Tuchel might even start Henderson.
Because he's a tournament player.
Yes. Anna, oh yeah, he's more or less now the true leader they have in the
This
team.
season, so what answer?
Yes, Wababo, yes.
Or in
And currently, no. Open leader, pa, or
Yeah.
no.
And he's always fighting for the badge.
Yes.
Badge of the movie.
Oh, and I feel that even that maybe we, yeah, don't be shame, you who send this kind of, but from what was projected, maybe we can consider. But I feel even that Grant Henderson will slot in, and we don't know.
Experience-wise, Elliot,
Yeah.
then
Henderson will be there, and then and that is it. So I go up for Portugal to tip ahead of Spain. And
so what will be your second pick?
I'll go for Spain.
You go for Spain. So that is nice one from my lovely guest. They are both going for the same pick. First, which is Portugal, and then their second one going for Spain. I don't know what you think. Maybe you have a different view aside these two countries or these two players. Maybe you go for England. Maybe you go for France. But that is what they have to bring in because of the vision, the technicalities, and all those stuff.